So let's memorize some stuff. I'd like to memorize things better, wouldn't you? So the first tip is to either start with keywords and then build on them to get to the bigger picture, or start with a bigger picture and then go into more details to find the keywords. Now, whichever direction you go depends on the topic. Certain topics are about keywords and other topics are about ideas. Find which way it works best and sometimes use both. Tip number 2 is about using the notes that you write as a basis to ask yourself, what did you just write? Photosynthesis is this. Okay, don't look at the notes. What's photosynthesis? This. Usually you'll be able to answer like most of it or half of it. And then you look at the notes and then you see what you've missed. You do that again until you can talk about everything that you've written. Tip number 3 is about keeping up the revision for all of the topics. So when you go on to a new topic, take 5 minutes before you start that new topic. Just 5 minutes to revisit all the previous topics that you've revised. So if you're doing photosynthesis and you did respiration before that and environmental stuff before that, just take 5 minutes to just read over your environmental stuff, read over respiration, and then start photosynthesis. If you do that throughout, you will essentially have revised most topics at least twice or 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. So you'll have revisited them and you will not forget what you learned. Tip number 4 is for exam purposes, because in the exam you write. So the previous tip was about talking about what you just wrote in your notes. This tip is about actually writing your notes. Basically rewrite your notes. Use some old notes and try to write, without looking anywhere, try to write some new notes and see how much you can actually write down. And then look back on your notes, see what you've missed, and then write that in again. And then try to write it all over again and see if you actually get it right this time. Because ultimately you have to connect that knowledge to your actual writing. So it helps to actually practice writing. Tip number 5 is go to church and pray. No, just kidding. Tip number 5 is, if you really can't remember something, if it's really difficult, if you just won't stick, write it out 100 times like Bart Simpson and it won't fail. Because let's face it, if you spend a whole day of your life writing out some random crap,
photosynthesis, thylakoids, stroma.
Yeah. Don't get that desperate though. I've got a post-it beard